Right, bulkhead's out and I'm relining it with the leftover carpet lining. Should tidy it up a bit, make it look neat and tidy and respectable. And then once I've done that, I can obviously put it back in, spray round the bottom of the floor between the side of the van and the ply, put some spray foam in there, fill in the cracks, and then it will be put the lino down and then make a start on the walls. So quite a bit to do this week. Right, that's actually coming out quite well. Looks much better. Just got to clean the head lining now. I know we're ending up with two-tone interior colour, but I'm certainly not carpet lining that. That's too much hassle. Just give it a clean up. Should make it a little bit tidy and more respectable. Right, vinyl flooring laying today. It's all prepped. Painted some PVA on there to seal it. Quite a lot of people don't bother doing that, but I like to do belt and braces, so that's all sealed in and filled all the holes, screw holes, with Sikaflex and the cracks as well, so hopefully we don't see any imperfections. Just give it a final sweep and then we'll get this all glued down, and it's beginning to get quite exciting now. Done that last plank on the ceiling, so, and then obviously after this it will be the walls, which are going to be clad. The bottom half of the walls are just going to be ply like that, because you ain't going to see that, that's going to be under covered, so it's pointless making it look good with cladding if you ain't going to see it. But the top half all around the windows and the walls is going to be clad. Did the floor yesterday and put a load of weights and stuff on top of it to help it stick down. Also put a heater in here overnight just to keep the temperature up. So I'm going to lift that all out and then make a start on the walls. It's quite annoying, it's raining again. which is quite irritating. Don't really want to keep the doors open. Try and keep it as dry as possible, and I don't really want to get the floor all filthy, so I put a load of cardboard down. But I'm going to make a start on this end. I think I need a straight edge, so I need this edge done first with cladding, so I know where I'm cutting to. So make a start on this end and then work our way around, see what happens. Okay, so what I said about starting at that end went out the window a little bit. Well, I did do one bit of wood in the corner there. That took forever, getting the angle. Then I got a bit confused, like, because we're going to have a cupboard right in the top corner there, so I need to know where that's going to be really. So I've started on this side and done quite a bit since the last video clip. It's quite distracting stopping every now and then and filming, but there you go. So that's the colour it's going to be eventually. It will be that colour, which should go quite nicely with the floor. So I'm just framing around the windows now. It's quite fiddly, but quite satisfying. It's going to look good, I think. Right, well, we've got one walled in and got the USBs in position. Started framing the windows, got some air vents in. LED's going to be going up there in the middle. Obviously got a finished frame in there, finished frame in here, got a vent in there, which is all quite nice. So now I can start on this end. Again, another start. It's all very much work in progress, figuring it out as I go along. A day later and I'm still at it. However, I think it looks good. It's very very difficult doing this bit here because it curves, and obviously it needs mitre joints. It's on a bend. Just trying to get it look good, and I'm quite fussy, so I've insulated behind. You might be a bit confused why some of it's painted, some of it isn't. I painted some of them last night, and that's because of when they expand. If you paint it after you put it all up, then you'll get it expands, and then you'll see the wood through the cracks, if that makes sense here. So it's going to get another coat of blue eventually, but at least it's got a base on it, so when it does expand. And I've got no idea how I managed to not paint those two bits there last night. Must have left them in here by mistake. Anyway, very slowly we're getting there. Well, that was a mission, but finally done. Done some wiring as well, which I nearly forgot. There's always a problem of getting one step ahead of yourself. Having a lovely time doing the cladding and then suddenly remembered, hang on a minute, where am I putting the 240 volt socket? So I looked at my plan and yep, it's got to go in there. So wired that all in, or routed the wires anyway, and then we got a wire for the switch, for the light switch. That's about the best I could do with that bit there. I think it looks alright. I'll have to anyway. So window needs tidying up. I'm going to put a trim on that, angle iron, aluminium trim. Should polish it up nicely. And then up the top needs sorting out as well. So a little bit more carpet on the bottom of the cupboard, and then I need to put some sort of wooden face here and tidy it up in the corner there. Got a space for TV mount, so you got to future proof it, so I've put a solid bit of wood behind here, taking photographs so I know where it is. So if someone ever wanted to put for example, TV up there or whatever, and I've put a few solid bits of wood behind a couple of bits of the cladding, so for spice racks and stuff like that, and made a note where I put it, and curtain rail as well, so I have a curtain going across here. So got some wood to screw into, so got to just finish off the last wall now. Right, finished that. That's come out really nice. That'll be pushed in like that. This bit on the end will be untreated. Panels need painting. Get them in place. I'm going to leave this section here. Leave that for the time being. Get the cupboard up and then we'll finish this bit off. Get some carpet trim on there. I'm having a rethink with this. Given this sand, which has improved it quite a bit, and then I can probably fill that and then paint over it. But it's just this bit's naff. Basically, I started building it like that without actually thinking how I was going to do the top bit. Right, I had a rethink. I didn't like that corner bit, it was naff. And I checked with a couple of people, got a couple of second opinions of friends, neighbour, etc. And they told me basically, well, I already knew that it was naff. Anyway, so I've redone it. Cut a gash there in the bendy ply, and I'm just going to cover over it with the cladding. The reason it was so difficult in the first place is because I think maybe I didn't plan it out properly. I didn't think about how I was going to finish that end bit. By keeping the bulkhead, keeps everybody safe because it's a good steel bulkhead, but it's quite tricky to work around, and there's a bit of a funny hollow in there. I didn't really sort of think ahead how I was going to work on that. By putting the bendy ply on there, it's actually worked out because I've got something to brace onto, so it's all going to work out nice in the end. We'll see in the next clip, hopefully. Right, that is 10 times better. Pleased with that. Obviously just need to tidy it all up, paint it. Probably going to put some Sikaflex in the gaps and paint over that as well. I've already done a little bit of Sikaflex there. We've got the boy out here helping me out. And this wall's done as well. So that's quite good. I quite like the way it curves out. Blends in nicely there. I'm waiting for some carpet adhesive to turn up so I can do this bit up here. I'll have a tidy up in a minute and get this all out and we'll see what the colours look like with the floor. Right, that's what it looks like with the floor. And I think that goes pretty well, to be quite honest. Right, beach hut effect. Anyway, the build's going to slow down a bit now because I need to go back to work. Lawns need cutting, grass is growing, and I've got a few jobs to do for people, so back to my day job, which is only really in the summertime. So this is going to slow down for a bit. Stay tuned.